Good morning and happy Monday, everyone. Hello, hello. I'm Suzanne Taylor King, and you are here for Deep Research Monday. Oh, low battery. Better plug in. All right, let's go. AI Deep Research. I got to share this live into my Facebook group, the Idea Lab for Entrepreneurs. And while we're getting started, go open a deep research tool so you can follow along and do some of these ideas, or grab a pen. You're going to be filled with ideas of what's possible today with AI deep research, unlocking viral content, client insights, authority level strategy in minutes. I'm really excited to divulge how I used it just this week. You're going to be blown away with what's possible. So, if you are joining me live, let me know where you're joining me live from and experience level with deep research, 1 to 10. 10 being super experienced, more than me, and 1 never tried it. And let's really get this party started today, because I am just blown away with what is possible for all of you. And not only is this going to make your content better, more well researched, we're going to talk a little bit about lead gen today and how I'm using deep research to do that, and how you can use it too. Just sharing this live into the Idea Lab. And if you're not in that group, get in there, because that's where the special bonuses from this video will be shared. So let's see. Anything in the chat yet? Nope, nothing yet. And listen, this is really important to understand. When you're talking AI, this is one of the most overlooked but most powerful ways to have your content be stronger, um, attract more people to you. And that's with AI deep research, not the kind that takes hours and hours, but the kind that gives you market moving insights in minutes and feeds everything you create with truth, relevance, and authority. And I'm going to show you how today, that I and my clients and so many people that I've taught are using tools like ChatGPT Deep Research. You have to have the paid account. Gemini Deep Research. Again, you have to have the paid account. Storm, which is a AI research tool from Stanford University, and of course, the much hyped up Manus. I've used it for 3 projects so far, and I'm going to give you all the details of those projects today. So, much of that research I used to do manually. And I'm talking SEO research, lead gen research, topic authority research. I used to do all of that manually. And for years, did it without charging. And, then I started to understand the value of that research and started charging for that in my programs. But now, the ability to do things so much faster. And imagine writing a blog post that you've researched the topic with one of these tools. You're bringing more authority to your writing. You're bringing cited research to your writing. And for many of my clients, that's really important. And if you're a health coach, any kind of service provider, it's really important to tell the truth and to be honest with what you're sharing and what you're posting, at least in my opinion. And with this type of research, it's actually pulling research from the internet. And that content, when you do well researched content, I remember researching charisma and confidence in business, and all the research on charisma and leadership was done with men. Well, isn't that interesting? Little gender bias research there. I did not know that before I did the research. And that article for me on LinkedIn got so much attention because of that researched spin. So that content can connect with your audience on that emotional level. And we all know that's important. And if you really want to connect with people, it has to be on that emotional level. So let me break this down. The difference between content that fills space and content that moves people. You want to move people. You want to inspire them. You want to motivate them. You want to hold their heart and kick their ass. I don't care, but it has to be some sort of emotion. And deep research allows you to stop guessing what they want and actually write to sell. And by saying, creating from data and emotion and proof, it's what separates surface level noise on social media. There's a ton of it, right? And magnetic money making content. So here's the things that you're going to learn with deep research. You're going to have clarity to know what your audience is already talking about and what they actually want. You'll have precision. You'll stop wasting time on bad ideas and weak hooks. You'll have authority. You'll show up as a thought leader with real insight, not AI sounding, emoji filled fluff, right? Most AI content is crap. So if you don't want to do that, you don't want to put more crap and fluff out into the world, do you? Say no in the comments. Thank you. And speed. When you can do research like this and multiply yourself, that's leverage. So imagine being able to do some deep research on one of your ideal prospects, and you'll get a list of ideal prospects and their LinkedIn profile and email and all of that stuff. We'll get more into that. But you could do that research while researching information for an article on Storm, all while doing SEO research for a new client. And if you're interested in seeing a sample of an SEO report that I generate for my clients, put SEO in the comments and I'll share that Google Doc with you. The detail in this report is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So now let's talk about tools. What are your choices? Storm. Storm is great for brainstorming categories, content pillars, niche angles on things. Really, really good. Awesome. Hi, Holly. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Zelda. Great to see you. Thanks for being here live today. I love customizing my content for those who are here live. So please, if you have questions as I go, drop them in the comments. I will see them. So, Storm, it's great to explore ideas from multiple perspectives fast. And it's perfect for brand positioning or pivoting your offer if you need research in that. And here's the cool thing about Storm, once you do the research, you can download it as a PDF, pull it into ChatGPT, and write a blog with 17 pages of research on your topic. That to me is priceless. Gemini, which is a Google product, it pulls fresh data from the internet from multiple sources. Awesome for searching viral content or trends and real world usage. What people are saying on Reddit, what people are saying on X, what people are saying on LinkedIn. Really great. And it's great for fact checking against broader web content. So, meaning you write some content with ChatGPT, you can go to Gemini and actually research what you came up and make sure that it's legit. ChatGPT is your personal research assistant. There are so many incredible custom GPTs to use for very specific reasons. And then the deep research tool, you can ask it to simulate your ideal client and respond with questions, objections, language patterns, prompt it to act as a Reddit user or a Quora contributor, and a powerful way to mimic buyer psychology, right? So we want to understand our ideal clients at a level that is they've never been understood like this before. And if we could research Reddit threads and the top questions on Quora, Quora, if you've never been on there, it's a question and answer uh, like threads, I guess you would call it. It's really, really great for finding what questions your ideal client is asking. Now, we're going to go deep into Manus today. I have used this for numerous things, but here's what it can do. It can analyze data sets. So, Bruce Kaufman, if you watch this replay, it's great for you. It can analyze Amazon store sales, not just yours. So, what is possible? Yes, it does mine LinkedIn data. And I'll tell you my search criteria for Manus and the amazing list I came up with, Zelda. So it can deliver actionable insights from that data, detailed visualization, and customized strategies. It can act just like you, whatever you do for a living. It can also do comparative analysis. So compare this brand to this brand. Ridiculous if you work with clients like that. It could also compare insurance policies, company manuals, researching competitors in the clothing industry. It's unbelievable. So it turns your thoughts into actions, actually. It does work and life tasks, getting everything done like immediately when and it does take a little bit longer than some other tools, but it can close the gap with your content. And it's capable of taking that raw data and turning it into charts or dashboards for clients. It can do great decision making skills, analyze stock data, uh, product concepts, business startups. Unbelievable. But how I used it and how it's my favorite, and I tested the same exact prompt in ChatGPT, Deep Research, and Manus. And I can share the prompt with you. I call it the golden egg prompt. And if you're in the Idea Lab and you want that prompt right now, just search in the Idea Lab golden egg prompt and it will come up. And if you can't find it or you want it right now, comment golden egg and I will share this prompt with you. It's a very long prompt and basically it was designed for Manus. And this prompt will do lead gen for you and lead gen like you've never had it before. I often say I choose my clients. And if you understand this concept of choosing your clients in today's day and age, if you are a coach or a consultant or you sell some sort of service, it's relationship driven, especially if it's more than $1,000. So, actually choosing clients to connect with, choosing connections that could be your ideal clients is just a smart move. From curating your feed on LinkedIn full of ideal clients or referral partners, it's ridiculous how important this is in today's day and age. So, what I asked for of Manus is a list of business coaches. Now, here's how specific I got in this prompt. And you can customize this prompt as much as you want when I share it with you. So I said I wanted business coaches with more than 20,000 followers on LinkedIn, just a little past me, right? They also should have a podcast because I'm going to invite them on my podcast. I want to be on theirs. You see where I'm going with this? Then I said they should either have an online course and a book. Their LinkedIn profile should be filled out completely, and they should post and engage regularly on LinkedIn. Now, I got back, I asked for 100 business coaches. I got back 80, and they were all top notch, top quality people. The first 10 were people that you've heard of: Tony Robbins, Mel Robbins, Brene Brown, Tim Ferriss, like all these incredible authors that have podcasts that might be considered a coach. And as I got to coach number 11 and down, they were people more like me. And this is an amazing opportunity to collaborate for me, to collaborate with like minds. And that's how I generate leads for going out. And I'm never going out to sell, I'm going out to meet people. Oh, what they do looks interesting. Let me connect with this person. Love to have a conversation on my podcast. Then they invite me on their, I'm establishing relationships with people all from doing this research. So, depending on who your ideal client is and where they hang out, Manus could be a great tool for you to do that. So, with AI deep research, you have to go in with your client avatar, not just demographics. You want to have pain based phrasing. So you want to know the psychographics of your ideal client. And if you haven't done that yet, that work needs to be done first. Demographics are great, psychographics are better. And I'll explain it this way. Have you ever worked with a client that you didn't enjoy working with? Have you ever worked with a client that you loved working with? That's the psychographics. So I want you to think about your favorite client, and immediately somebody's going to come to mind. Think about that person, and you need to have all of those psychographics down. For me, I like action takers. I don't like excuse makers. I don't care for somebody who doesn't do the work, right? Got to take action, got to do the work. And when you search on Reddit, on threads, you can get things like real objections, real desires, real stories. This is key. And because your outreach messages, when you reach out to somebody, they will feel more personal. And I'm not talking reaching out to the list you create and saying, do you want to buy my stuff? I'm talking about establishing rapport and relationship with these people. And when you can reach out to somebody with a message that feels deeply personal, because you've done the research on the person, you can charge at least double what you're currently charging when people feel seen, heard, and listened to. And after you do this with ChatGPT or Manus, you can actually do and write better emails, better cold messages, because it's based on real research. So, what happens? You get better open rates, you get better response rates. I don't send cold emails but a couple of my clients do, and they get between a 10 and 20% response rate. And for those of you who don't know cold email, that's really good for cold email. Let's talk a little bit about Manus or Gemini asking for market intel. This is, grab your pen for this one because market intel is huge. Number one question, Gemini or Manus, what are the most common frustrations coaches have with marketing in 2024? That's the question I asked. Before this training, I did research. Guess what the most common frustration coaches have with their marketing in 2024? Content creation, getting in front of their ideal clients, and research. They don't know how to do it. So if you master this one skill, you'll have unlimited client potential. Next question to ask Manus or Gemini, what SEO tools are most praised by Twitter and Reddit by indie SaaS founders? So that question I asked for a very specific reason. I was doing SEO research and I wanted to know what SEO tools are most praised. I don't know a lot about SEO, but I was researching my clients' SEO. So by knowing what tools are most praised, I can see if she's using them. I could ask if her SEO person is using them. I can coach my client more effectively on her SEO spend, all in just 5 minutes of research. So, another way you could use Gemini or Manus or ChatGPT deep research today, like as soon as this live is over, give me 10 post titles that are trending on LinkedIn for your profession. Give me 10 post titles that are trending on LinkedIn for business coaches, for health coaches, whatever you do for a living, just fill in the blank and see what is trending. Well, listen, it's trending for a reason. People like it. People are commenting on it. Go find out what people are talking about who do what you do. It's really key. And if you're doing most of your content on LinkedIn, there is a great Google Chrome plugin called Clio, Kleo. That plugin is amazing for analyzing not only your content, but other people's content as well. So check it out. Now, let's talk about writing blogs with deep research. The old way of writing blogs was long, it's keywords and half-baked ideas and boring. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've read the most boring content, and you can tell it's AI generated the way it repeats itself. So here's what you do with deep research. Take some real conversation threads from Reddit or Quora, take those questions, put that into Storm. It does research for you. Take that PDF, put it into ChatGPT, use a custom GPT that's for SEO blog writing. Just do a search in the GPT store. It's ridiculous. And then get the ChatGPT to do an outline of that blog article, add, take away, whatever you want, and then ask it to write a 2,000 word blog post that combines Reddit insights, Google ranking info, and industry trends. Upload your Storm research and make sure to mention, please use emotional stories to connect and convert my ideal client. Now, if you want to get really cool with the storytelling piece. I have a 3-day challenge coming up in next week, actually, the 20th to the 22nd. And if you would like an invite to that, just comment magnetic storytelling. I'll make sure you get the invite. It's 3 days with me on how to use AI to tell better stories, your stories, not stories you make up, your stories. And if you follow me on social media, I know you've read my stories, and some of them are funny. I have a new AI news reporter who debuted today on LinkedIn, a new newsletter with Evelyn, the AI news reporter. And that whole character was created with AI, but it was created based on the problems that my ideal clients have. And I'm going to talk about them with Evelyn, my slightly tipsy AI news reporter. She's like a 50s housewife and she knows nothing about AI. And 80% of people don't know anything about AI. So it's going to be really fun, really fun. So, telling your own stories is key. And I just bullet point mine and have AI write them for me. So, lastly, the best part of this, if you want how to learn how to turn all of this that I talked about with deep research, you have to play. You have to be willing to get in there and try it and turn on all of this research to more story driven content. And I'm going to let you know that these stories are helpful in the real world too. They're not just for social media. And they could be used when you talk to somebody, they could be used at a networking event. And when you have your own stories from your business and clients that you've helped, and you have a database of between 25 and 100 stories to pick and choose from. Oh, this blog post that I'm writing on confidence in business, let me take the story of my first business and signing a lease at 22 years old for a retail store, and I had no idea what I was doing. But I got dressed up and went confidently into that meeting, and taking that story of how you might not feel confident in the moment, but you want what's going to happen. So you have to be confident, right? So I pulled that real life story and inserted it into an AI driven blog post, an AI written blog post. And what does that do to the blog post? I've done research now and I've inserted my own story, and my story was kind of funny and kind of bold. It makes the blog post not boring. And it connects emotionally with your ideal client. And that's the key. That is the key. Whether you're having a one on one conversation with someone or you're meeting somebody at Starbucks. I've met clients at Starbucks. I've met clients at the grocery store. I've met total strangers at the craft store. And 3 weeks later, they became a client. Why? Because I know how to build rapport. I know how to connect with people, and I know how to tell stories. That's it. That's it. There's no magic to connecting with people. Besides being a good listener, telling good stories is the key. So, if you want to join the 3-day storytelling workshop, we're going to go. I'm going to share screen. I'm going to show you how to do deep research. But between now and then, play. Play with Manus, play with Gemini deep research, and play with ChatGPT deep research. And if you want that golden egg prompt for lead gen, just comment golden egg and I will send over that prompt to you, or I'll post it here in the comments. And, you know, using AI to uncover storylines and through lines in your business. My clients hear me say through line all the time. They're sick of hearing it. But everything has to have a through line in your business, from your content pillars to your weekly topics to me doing this live on deep research and motivating you to get started using deep research, well, that has a connection line to my 3-day storytelling event. There's a purpose, right? To bring you in for this conversation on deep research, to get you excited about the possibilities, right? And connect with you because I know you're not doing it. I know that 90% of people are not using deep research. So let's look at the numbers. 80% of entrepreneurs, business owners are not using AI at all. So 20% are using it. Out of the 20% that are using it, there's only 8% that are actually using deep research and writing the way I'm talking about. And that's key. So, if you want to craft content that emotionally connects with your audience, raise your hand. Yes, yes, yes. You need to connect emotionally with your ideal client. How many of you, give me a number 1 to 10, how amazing is it to wake up and have 3 or 4 messages on Facebook and 3 or 4 on LinkedIn from ideal clients who want to talk to you? What would that be like? 1 to 10. What would that be like in the comments? And Holly, you just not aware. Okay. Zelda, through line. Through line is that everything in your business is connected or leads to something else. So, for example, I'm a business coach. I have a community, free community, and a paid community. The Idea Lab is my free community. That's my Facebook group. I have the Expansion Lab. Now, my content is all focused on getting your business to 250K minimum per year through organic conversations and being able to build rapport with people, have referral partners. And that through line of connection for me is key. So everything I do is fueled on human connection. Even though I teach AI, I am not proposing that clients are going to come to you with a robot that reaches out to them. No, I use AI to be more productive, get more done, and be more creative with what I'm doing. So when you have a through line, 12 content pillars, weekly topics, and all of your content flows into, you could call it a funnel if you want, but it has to flow into the same place. So took me a long time to understand that I couldn't just put something out there about storytelling and then the next day talk about health and wellness. And then the next day I talked about my book. And then the next day, I have a lot of interests. I have a lot of talents after doing this for 16 years. But I had to maintain that through line in my business. Everything goes back to that. I have an amazing client who does AI and sales trainings. Shout out to Violet. And she needs to have a through line through her business, and it's Gen X. She has a Gen X group, right? She also does these incredible 80s music dancing videos. And she was going to stop doing them. I said, "Oh my God, no. They attract so much for you. Just do them with the through line of AI and sales." So she has time to dance to 80s music because she uses AI. She has time to have fun doing these videos and have a Gen X group because she uses AI. That's a through line. Zelda, you struggle with AI because you need it to support operations, admin. Say a little bit more about that, Zelda. And oh, thank you, Holly. Thank you. Thank you so much. That means the world to me that my stories resonate with you. And hopefully, my new AI news reporting will have you laughing too. That's always a goal of mine. So, lastly, I want to just encourage you to see AI differently. And I learned something really incredible last week. I was teaching, or week before last, I was teaching with my AI mentor, Jonathan Mast, in person 3 days. And he mentioned something to me that was really a cool distinction for me. So he teaches AI to teach AI. He teaches prompting, he teaches, all kinds of tools, how to build a course with AI, how to build content. It's fabulous. But where I do something a little bit different is empowering entrepreneurs to use AI in their business their way. So I want you to understand that deep research, there's hundreds of ways you could use it in your business. You have to find the way that's right for you. And if you have questions on that, I'm happy to chat about it. But think of it as your strategic partner, your thinking partner who can go out and research the web for you, and just play today and let me know what happens. Let's pick a topic right now. Pick a topic to go research on Storm and write some content about. And if you need ideas, pop them in the chat. Oh, Zelda. Yeah. I just hired a new admin who's very, very AI savvy. And um, I have an admin person who I'm actually training in different AI tools and encouraging him to be more productive with AI. And one of the coaches I really admire in the business world, he has a team of AI people. So he has somebody that works for him who produces GPTs. I have that also. And having an ops manager, if you need someone like that in your business who's AI savvy, I have numerous people I could connect you to, Zelda. Um, Matthew, do you have any tutorial about deep research? Well, that's kind of what we did here today, Matthew, just going over what's possible. But do you mean how to do it? Maureen, courses on deep research. Just go do it. Just go do it. You don't need a course. You don't need to spend money there's nothing to learn. Whatever you need to research, and that's what you go and research. So there's nothing really to learn. It's really just going and doing it. And I have learned so much from having an AI mentor, yes, but I've learned the most from doing. And isn't this the same with everything? And I can share my screen for a few minutes if you want to see how it works, but that you learn how it works by doing it. Storm is amazing for specific topic research. Manus for systems, operations, workflows, charts, graphs, lead generation. But ChatGPT, deep research, produced the most amazing list of people for me to connect with to be on my podcast. So, okay, Maureen, hopefully I motivated you not to spend the money on getting Gemini Deep Research or Gemini Pro. Spend the money on having, a paid ChatGPT account. You don't need a course on deep research. You just need curiosity. I hope that was fun. Matthew, which tool would you recommend? I am using ChatGPT Deep Research for lead gen, looking for people not leads, people I want to connect with who have certain characteristics. And then Manus, I have used for lead gen and I've used for SEO research. The coolest thing with Manus was an AI empowerment, basically a plan. So I was working with a company who was not using AI. So I took all the company's information and basically came up with a prompt to use in Manus to have it come up with a AI enablement plan for this specific company. And what it produced was incredible. It took about 15, 20 minutes. And the plan that was created was actually incredible. Like, absolutely incredible. So, if you are looking to get AI in your business and you're not sure where to start, that could be a really great place to start. Start with ChatGPT Deep Research. Manus, you might not have access to it yet. And see where it goes. And keep me posted and ask questions. And the most important thing here is keep that through line of your business in mind. Keep your ideal client in mind and keep your offers in mind. I hope that helps. Awesome, Maureen. Glad to hear it. Matthew, if you're just getting started, ChatGPT, Deep Research, if you're actually helping clients with research and you need research on your clients, Manus is absolutely incredible. And the SEO research that I just did for a brand new client, for her SEO person, I feel like I not only educated my client, but I gave her great questions to ask her SEO person. So helpful just to have the ability to empower your clients. And we can get into more specifics if you want. Maureen, what are you looking to write about this week that you could use in some deep research on? Zelda, what kind of content are you producing? And let's play a little bit while everybody's here. And let me know in the comments, what are you researching right now? What do you need to research? And let's talk about the best tool for that. That would be super fun. And I think when you understand what's possible, and I call my coaching sessions, the first one anyway, is a what's possible session. I'm really good at what's possible. And I think when you think about AI this way, it can unlock a whole new level for you. And, you know, if you want to see some of the research I've done, pop research in the comments. I know a couple of you said SEO. I will share that research with you. And actually, I'll probably rerun it on for me. So I'm not giving away my clients' SEO information. Oh, Zelda, you would love introduction. I'm just seeing that comment. Yeah, listen, when people say, I'm just going to give you one of my little reality checks here. If somebody calls themselves an expert or they call themselves a thought leader, or there's a couple other terms that get on my nerves, those terms are for other people to call you. And maybe it's just how I was raised, but it's like calling myself an AI expert. No way. I learn from so many other people. And to me, do I know more about AI and deep research than some people? Yes. Are there other people who know more than me? Yes. My job is to find them and learn from them so that I can share that information with you guys. Zelda, you're researching pain points for senior execs with respect to their soft and AI skills. 11K LinkedIn followers and need to revive my network after being dormant for a year. I've been on LinkedIn for 15 years. Awesome. So my prompt, my golden egg prompt will be perfect for you. And you're going to fill in all of that information uh, in that prompt and pop it in ChatGPT deep research. And it'll come up with a list of people for you. I asked for 100 and I got 80. So be as specific as you can. Leadership skills, AI skills, and the interesting part here, pain points, research those pain points first and then reverse them so that when you search on deep research, you're searching the positive because nobody puts their pain points in their LinkedIn profile, right? So you can't search pain points. You can research pain points, Reddit and Quora, but senior execs, this is the interesting part working with leaders, they're not going to talk on social media about their pain points. So you can research pain points. And then when it comes to doing lead gen, you're looking more for psychographics, demographics. They're action takers, they're leaders, they might be a thought leader, maybe they wrote a book. Maybe they have more than 20,000 followers on LinkedIn. So you know they're producing content. Then when you connect with them and you have a conversation with them, you can tell a story about the pain points that you solve without selling yourself, Zelda. You can connect with somebody because you know they're your ideal client or referral partner, and you build rapport with them in a 20-minute conversation. I have a framework for that conversation also in my community. Let me know if you want that. But the key is you don't sell, you're connecting, you're building rapport, you're providing value to that person. And when you tell a story of one of those emotional pain points, if that resonates with the person sitting across from you, they will say to you, "Oh my God, how do I work? How do I work with you?" That's how I knew I've done a great job when I research and I connect with people and they come on my podcast and we have this incredible conversation. I have them every Friday. Every Friday, I have a person I chose from social media. I choose them, and I choose them because I like what they do. I like their vibe. I know I'll get along with them. We have things in common. Then we have a conversation, and it turns out that they are either an ideal client, a referral partner for me, or somebody I want to stay connected to. So you don't go in with the intention of selling every one of those people. It's connecting and building rapport and serving and explaining what I do in a way that makes other people lean in and say, "Sue, that sounds amazing. How do I hire you?" That's what you want. I don't want to overcome objections, and I don't want to use deep research to find a list of people to send a cold email to. I want to find a list of people that I would vibe with and get along with and invite on my podcast, provide value to, and they ask me to work with me. Yes, please, and thank you. I hope that was motivating. I hope it was helpful. Yes, yes, yes. Beyond the ick, Maureen. Holly, you're just an affiliate marketer at the moment and wanting to build my own, new to the digital arena and wanting to identify how I can utilize it to serve. Um, yeah. Holly, when you're an affiliate marketer, you can still have your own lifestyle brand. So do a little research on people who have a lifestyle brand, but they market and sell someone else's product. Totally doable. Do a little bit of that research, Holly, and I'll give you some next steps. What do you think about people calling themselves advisor? That's a professional term, advisor. So financial advisor is a certified term. So when I see somebody calling themselves advisor, advisor to the stars, advisor to this, that doesn't resonate with me. I like guide. Coach is even a little outdated now. Um, yeah, Matthew, are you thinking about advisor for you or just in general? Let me know. And Zelda says, selling and marketing are not my challenge. I get a lot of business. I need to deliver my service in a more streamlined, faster, cheaper way. Oh, okay. Zelda, yeah, let's have a conversation. I'm happy to deliver some value on that for you. Um, happy to connect, and no sales pitch, just connect and talk about delivering your services in a more streamlined way. Yes, totally doable with AI, with either some sort of course or automated, and we're not talking about automation today, but yes, you will need some automation, and you might need an ops person like I have, and I'm happy to share her with you. Zelda, just let me know. Reach out. All right, everyone. I hope this was helpful, and I hope it motivated your first session with deep research. Keep me posted, and I'll be sharing some gold in the comments and some examples of some prompts for deep research for all of you. Thanks for joining me today. And again, if you're interested in joining the 3-day magnetic storytelling challenge next week, the 20th to the 22nd, it's $197, and you get 30 days in my paid community where all the replays and the worksheets will be housed. Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Have a great Monday. Make it count.